Hey, how's it going, guys? So I'm done, more or less for the day. I don't know if there's going to be some reversals for me to catch later this afternoon, but I'm pretty much done. I did enter some options here. So these are some options. You can see they're gold options that I entered, but those are long term stuff. Anyway, so on the short term, um, what I did was start with iRobot. So I made money on both the short and long side for iRobot. Um, a 5 minute opening range. I saw that it. So for this one, instead of going long, I actually went short, which is probably not the ideal situation, but I scalped it. So what I mean by that was I saw that it was popping up. It make more sense on the 15 minute. So it was popping up. I saw that it was basically around this level. So once it hits this, it will probably drop a bit because this is a very strong level, and it did struggle on the 1 minute when it hit that level. So it was struggling here when it hit it. So I went short, and then on the way down, I basically got out in my position. Just small size, 500 shares. So I scalped that, and then I went long for the remainder of my plays well, actually no, not long on the remainder. I actually went short. So here I went long, simply because it was a strong stock. It was just grinding up, and there was a lot of headroom for it to go once it popped above that. So that was this earlier play was the only one where it was sort of bordering the 15 minute simple moving average. So on the way up, I took a long position and then I scaled out. Obviously, it continues to go higher, but on level 2, it was struggling a bit here, so I just got out. But yeah, if I held it, it would have been a pretty good return. And then on this one, I thought it was going to drop, which is I think what it eventually did later on. I went short, and then I just covered because it just bounced back. And then when I saw that it hit this level, it came back down, tried to hit it again, it looked pretty weak. So I went short, and then on the way down, I just covered. Of course, if I held onto it again, it continued to drop, and then it did the exponential and simple moving average cross. But I basically scalped iRobot. It's good enough for actually quite a lot of money. So that was iRobot. And then Cat, I used two different accounts to actually do Cat. This is just because I have several accounts. On the first run for Cat is, I actually set a buy order down here. Reason for that was it was just moving up, and then when the market opened, it just started to fall. The reason why I put a buy at around this level is because on the 15 minute, we zoom in here, there's a simple moving average right there. So on the drop, I believe that it was going to make a quick pop, and I was going to do a quick scalp on Cat as well. So that's kind of what I did, except that this pop was actually a way bigger pop than I expected. It actually bounced back. So I sold too early. But then when I saw that, okay, it tried to drop again, it did drop, and it was moving up again. The high of the day was like around this level, so I thought it was going to go back up to high of the day, so I went long. All these are very small sizes, 100 shares. Went up, and then I exited, which is good because it was struggling here on level 2, and then on the way back down, it actually dropped below my break even, so it was pointless for me to hold it. And then I wasn't going to go back in here at this moment because if it passes this and it drops all the way down here, that's a lower low. I didn't want to do that, and I didn't expect it to pop right back up. So it was pretty volatile. So I didn't trade it. That was good. But then on the second time when it dropped, it basically hit this level again, bounced back. So I thought, okay, now maybe it's gonna go and continue to grind up because Cat was a stock that gapped up this morning. So I went long. It dropped. It held this level. This is a previous day level. Held it. So on the way back up, I added to my position, and then it popped up, and then I saw that it did break through this level. So on the way back down, I just got out of it completely. And then it dropped again, hit this level, and looked like it was gonna bounce. So I went in for 100 shares. So this is 200 combined, so 200, I went in 100, and then it dropped on me, so I just completely got out of CAT. I just exited, which is good because then it just had a major collapse. The reason I got out at around this level is because I knew that once it breaks this simple moving average, the stock was going to just dump. And it did. It dropped. And then I got back in. Two different accounts here, each 100 shares. The reason why I did, and I set both of them at 132, in retrospect, maybe up here, but that would have been a bit greedy. I didn't know if the stock was going to be weak or strong or whatnot. So I set at 132, but I did know that it was going to bounce at this level. Reason for this is because what is so special about this 130, 131 level? Well, on the 15 minute, I think it's a 15 minute. Yep, on the 15 minute, notice how it held this level for 30 minutes, 131. And then now at this level, I had a feeling that I was going to hold it again simply because this was a level previously. Usually things form a double bottom before it would break. So this is basically its double bottom. And on top of that, why I'm very confident is on the daily level right here. Is where there is a daily simple moving average right here at 130, 133, $130.34. And then it also corresponds to the previous day bounce, which is 131 right there. You see the previous day level, it bounced off of that. This is exactly what I was doing right here. So that's why I went in 100 shares, it popped up, and then I sold it at 132. So that was my play on CAT. And then the other one's not worth mentioning, just some quick scalps. Went in, thought it was going to go up for Texas Instrument. It did, popped up, sold some. On the way down, I just got out. Wasn't worth the risk. 6 is opposite. I went short. I saw I was going to break this. It did break it. I scaled out some, and then I got out to break even on this way, which is good because then it ran up again. So stopping out is good. So that's pretty much it for the day.